Well, guys, if you're a Vancouver Canucks fan and you were looking for the playoffs, I feel sorry for you, because the Vancouver Canucks are now below 500. They started today off 74 points, 75 games played, and now they're at 75 games played and 74 points. It's kind of funny. It took this long into the season to finally drop below 500. I'm sure we were below 500 during certain patches of the season, but it's kind of funny to see that we're still technically in the running to be above 500 at this point. But 75 games played, 7 games left, and the Colorado Avalanche just extended their gap between the Vancouver Canucks and the playoffs, because the Avalanche, taking up that last wildcard spot, they won, I believe it's their 4th game in a row, something like that. They extended their gap from 78 points to 80 points. So now there's a 6-point gap between the Canucks and the playoffs. Dallas, they've been losing a few games here and there, but they sit at 82 points, something like that. So the playoffs are kind of pushing themselves away from the Canucks at this point, and this game against the Calgary Flames tonight was the biggest setback in that. Now, we know the Canucks have been kind of pulling themselves closer and closer with 3 wins in a row. You got Ottawa and that 7-4 win. You got overtimes and shootouts and all that. And the Canucks have been pulling themselves forward. But this is a fork in the road. This is kind of pulling them back a little bit down to earth. And now the chances of making the playoffs are very, very slim. So, team playoff supporters, I admire you for your, let's just say, due diligence and your loyalty to the cause. But I'm here. I'm in the car. Clay Emu Car Vlogs, shout out to you, man. Looking forward to the Canucks commentary coming. But the Vancouver Canucks just lost to the Calgary Flames. And this was a 3-1 game in Rogers Arena. If you ask me, this is probably a game that the Vancouver Canucks could have scored like 3 or 4 goals. But Calgary is Calgary, and they're number 1 in the West for a reason. Their goaltending, their defense, their forwards, just all solid. We saw all of those in action tonight. Mike Smith in net, well, say what you want about the end of the game and what he did at the end of the game and his flop, whatever you want to call that, but Smith was pretty good. He was solid, stopped a lot of good Canucks chances. The defense, my goodness. Mark Giordano, 3 points on the night, 3 goals, 3 points for him. Fantastic. 3 Calgary goals in total and 3 points for Giordano, as he got a point on every single goal that they scored. Really good for him. He's been a fantastic machine all season long. And the offensive forwards for the Calgary Flames getting things done. All of the lines contributing here. Mangiapane getting himself his 7th goal or whatever, which is crazy because it's Mangiapane. But overall, the Calgary Flames showed us why they're number 1 in the West. And, I mean, it's kind of due, isn't it? The Canucks had so many good games against Calgary that we just needed to get one where the Flames came in here and they were like, yeah, this is our game. It's our game. So that's what we got here tonight. The Vancouver Canucks, though, they got themselves 1 goal. This is Brock Boeser, and Boeser is on the power play. Pettersson wins the draw. Edler has it. Pettersson has it. Edler drops it off over to Boeser, and from way far out, he just wrists one, goes right through, and that was the goal for Vancouver in this game. It's the guy that we wanted to score, right? Right? Boeser is on a point streak right now. He gets the assist from Pettersson. These two are the ones that we want to get points at the moment. And I guess Horvat too. But Horvat, oh boy, speaking about Horvat, he had so many chances. He had a few really good opportunities that was just like, oh my god, if you just shot it, it would have gone in. It would have gone in. We had a few of those. But overall, this was just an incredible, fast-paced, feisty game from both teams. Say what you want about the penalties. Say what you want about people whining. Guys were getting hurt left and right. This was a physical game. And overall, the Vancouver Canucks come away with their heads up high, but the scoreboard not being in their favor. Because if you're a Vancouver Canuck, you're proud to have played this game. You're proud to have watched it as a Vancouver Canuck fan because it was a legitimately good game. The effort was there for sure. It's just, I don't really know what else I could say about it, but Calgary's really good. That's what I think. I think Elias Pettersson said on Twitter, in the interviews, that the Canucks' first and second periods weren't that good. But I disagree to some extent. I think The Canucks started out the first period really just on fire, which is great, especially since they were playing the Flames. But as the period kind of went on, they kind of went a little bit stale, but I don't want to say they were bad nor they were weak. The Flames are the Flames, and they're supposed to be really good defensively, which is what they were. But obviously, as a Vancouver Canuck, you need to step up and play to that level. I think the Canucks, for a good part of that game, did that. It's just that they didn't get the results. But overall, this is a Vancouver loss. I don't really know how I feel about it. I mean, hey, Team Tank, right? Yeah, Team Tank. But I know team playoffs people do exist, and I feel bad, but at the same time, this was a fun game. No matter what side you're on, Team Tank, Team Playoffs, whatever, this was a fun game to watch. And if you're a Canucks fan, you felt good about watching that one. Probably up until Mike Smith, it is Mike Smith thing. But hey, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Your Blessing / Gaming. Before I go, I want to flex. Just kidding. And bye.